Good evening. I'm Anne-Marie Lipinski. I'm the curator of the Nieman Foundation for Journalism, and it is a great, great honor to welcome you all here to Lippman House tonight for this very special evening. Louis Lyons, the man for whom tonight's award is named, first came to the Nieman Foundation in 1938 as a member of the inaugural class of Nieman Fellows. Impressively, he managed to accomplish that which many fellows dream of but only one achieved. He stayed here for 25 years. During Lyons Fellowship, Harvard's founding Nieman curator, Archibald MacLeish, was appointed Librarian of Congress, and the university named Lyons his successor, and here he remained as curator until 1964. Lyons, who had written for the Boston Globe and the Christian Science Monitor, ushered in many important advancements at Nieman. Can you imagine a fellowship class without women, without minorities, without international journalists, or one that was limited to those who worked at newspapers? Neither could Lyons, who welcomed all these changes during his tenure, paving the way for the richness of experience and skill reflected in today's Nieman Foundation, reflected in this room. And while those developments may seem obvious from where we sit today, they were not always thus. Lyons admitted Nieman's first women in 1945, 18 years before Harvard degrees were awarded to Radcliffe women for the very first time. When he completed his run as curator, an award was established in his name, and that is the reason we are together tonight. It is a prize to honor conscience and integrity in journalism, and is a distinction that has been awarded to some of the lions of our profession, including Edward R. Murrow, Colombian journalists dead and alive covering the drug wars in their country, Gunawan Muhammad, an Indonesian fellow of great courage with whom I had the privilege of sharing my Nieman year. In recent years, the prize has gone to Mohamed Nabous, who was killed in Libya in 2011 while reporting on the Gaddafi forces' attacks on civilians in Benghazi, to Marcella Turati, a standard bearer for journalists who have risked their lives in covering the devastating wave of violence in Mexico, Pamela Colliff, a Texas Monthly editor who continues to report and edit tenacious stories, investigations into wrongful convictions. Tonight, we add Turkish journalist Hasan Cemal to this pantheon and will bestow the Louis M. Lyons Award in recognition of all Turkish journalists working under adverse conditions. We are honored by your presence here tonight, Hasan, and humbled by your work, about which we will hear much more later this evening. But I would like to make just one observation. Conscience and integrity are elusive qualities, easier often to define in the breach. And we sometimes make the mistake of beholding them as the elusive domain of journalists who daily risk their lives. But there are places where the very act of asking questions is regarded as treasonous and career-ending. To do one's work day in and year out in those conditions also requires integrity and a conscience, one we single out tonight. The great tradition of the Lyons Award is that it is decided by the sitting class of Nieman Fellows, and I offer special thanks to the 2015 Nieman Fellows, in particular to the Lyons Organizing Committee, Wayu, David, and Anne, along with fellows Henry and Vladimir, who you will hear from later this evening. The care and dedication that the class brought to the task was inspirational. And so while we are gathered to honor Hasan, I offer up a warm and grateful toast to my Nieman Fellows, a group of journalists I feel very, very honored to work among. Please enjoy your dinner, and in a bit, Henry, Anne, and Vladimir will introduce tonight's honoree. And again, welcome. I'm just so glad you're all here. Thank you.